Dragon Ball Legends. Every single time I think you're doing really good, we always take about 15 steps backwards. Jesus. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I'm your Ward of the Michi Shrine, and today I want to talk about Dragon Ball Legends, feeling pay to play once again. Now, before we get started, I need to explain what feeling pay to play means, because feeling pay to play is something that actually does affect how you view the game and how you play the game. So when a game, especially a gacha game, feels pay to play, that essentially means that spending money feels more like a necessity than anything else. It's not something you do because you can or you want to, you do it because you feel like you have to. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I actually thought Legends was doing a really good job of not making me feel that way. I thought throughout, ever since the 3-year anniversary, I thought they were doing a really good job of releasing strong units that you wanted to summon for, but not so strong that you felt like you had to summon for them. And then the Legends Festival happened, and we entered a realm that I have genuinely not seen since the 2nd anniversary. No unit has done to the game what Goku, Vegeta, and Ultra Gogeta have done since Vegito Blue. And that is essentially lock you out of PvP if you have not pulled these units. It's actually insane. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I fully understand the want to have your big Legends Festival units be the best units in the game. No problem with that. My problem is the same one I had when FSK Gohan got his Zenkai. I was never upset that he was the best unit in the game. Someone has to be number one. The problem was the gap between him and everyone else. And the same problem exists here. I don't have a problem with Ultra Gogeta being the best unit in the game. He should be the best unit in the game. He's the newest Ultra unit. He's the first ever summonable Ultra. He should be number one. Goku and Vegeta are a brand new type of units. No other unit in the game has the mechanics that they have. They should be a top tier unit. The problem is the gap between those two and everyone else. They are so much better that you could actually make an argument for having a Z plus tier just to have those two in it. They are on a completely different level as everyone else. It's not like, they're number one, or Gogeta's number one, Goku Vegeta number two, and then number three, number three could kick their ass, right? No, you can make an argument for who you think number three is. According to fuck-ass Game Press, it's Gogeta IV, and sure, Gogeta can take out Ultra Gogeta, he's got type advantage over him. Sure, pop the main ability, he has no issue taking out Goku Vegeta. However, if we actually just look at them on paper, Gogeta IV is not half the unit Goku and Vegeta is, and not even a tenth of the unit Ultra Gogeta is. He does have the means of taking them out, but on paper, just as a solo unit, he is nowhere near as good as the other two. If you had the choice between, let's just say all three of them were green, and all three of them all had the exact same tags, which one would you use? Would there be a situation where you used Gogeta IV simply because you liked him more? No, because the gap is too large. You wouldn't be able to simply use him because you like him. You would have to use the Ultra Gogeta. He would be the best option by such a huge margin that there'd be 0 point in using any other unit with his typing and tags. If they ever release another Blue Fusion Warrior within the next 6 months, God forbid, even a Zenkai for Vegito Blue probably won't be as good as Ultra Gogeta. It is ridiculous how much better they are than everyone else. And because of that, it feels like you have to summon for them. You have to pull them. If you don't pull these units, you're not playing PvP. You need one of those two units to play PvP. Don't believe me? Well, since Goku and Vegeta, and especially Ultra Gogeta came out, I have, while using one of those 2 units, I have never, not only once, lost against a team that did not have one of those 2 units on them. And the only person that ever beats me without one of those 2 is this one guy who's always in the top 100 with this like 14-star GT team. He's fucking cracked at the game, completely busted GT team, all Z plus equips. He's put every resource possible into GT and he's really good at the game, right? So with very few exceptions reserved for the best of the best in all of Dragon Ball Legends PvP, you're not going to see success without these 2 units. You need at least one of them. And the biggest problem with Ultra Gogeta was the fact that his banner wasn't even out for 2 full weeks, necessitating the need to spend money on his banner. Because unless you just had the most godly luck possible and fucking 14-starred him off of some damn daily discounts, you need to spend money. Even 1 copy is amazing, but realistically, if you really want to, you know, challenge anyone and everyone, you needed at least 2 copies. And since he has the lowest pull rate in the game, getting 2 copies of this Ultra Gogeta within 12 days is almost impossible for anyone not spending money. You needed to spend money on his banner. At least the Goku and Vegeta and Trunks banners have been out long enough that most people could probably pull at least 1 copy. And with the triple Z power, you know, if you manage to pull 2 within like the damn near 2 months that these fucking banners have been out, you know, that's perfectly fine. 7 stars, Goku, Vegeta, perfectly fine. At least there's been enough time for you to do that. The need to spend money is not as great on those banners, but especially for Ultra Gogeta, you needed to spend money. There's just no chance. You were not pulling multiple copies of Gogeta unless you spent money. Now, obviously, there's gonna be some people that, you know, that actually did 14-star the bastard off of just daily discounts. Those people exist. Obviously, there's millions upon millions of people playing the game. Statistically, someone has to have that luck. Statistically, a handful of people have to be that lucky. But that's not the majority. It's nowhere near the majority. It's not even a minority. It's too small to even be considered a minority. That's a top 1% right there. That is a top 1% luck. 99% of people are not going to see that luck. So if you really wanted that just 2 copies to make him like super viable, you had to spend money. And that makes the game feel pay to play. If you need a unit in order to play the game and that unit is impossible to pull, it makes the game feel pay to play. It just does. Gogeta's banner's already gone. Anyone who did not pull him, you're now fucked. Who the hell knows when he's gonna come back? He's not an LF. LFs usually come back around 3 months after their release. We don't know if they're gonna do that with Ultra units. For all we know, the next Ultra could come out 3 months from now, and Ultra Gogeta doesn't return with him. For all we know, Ultra Gogeta doesn't return until the 4-year anniversary, or even past it. Hell, we may never see Gogeta again. We don't know how summonable Ultras completely work yet. There's a good chance that we never see Super Gogeta again. I mean, the odds of us never getting him back are extremely small. I highly doubt these Ultra units are that exclusive. But the point is, we have no idea when this unit's even going to come back. So, and by the time he does, he may not even be the best unit anymore. So you essentially had to spend money. And I don't like that. I don't like the fact that the game is starting to feel pay to play again. Make your Legends Festival units the best units in the game. But don't make the gap so fucking huge. It doesn't need to be that large. It just doesn't. That's pretty much all I have to say about the matter. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, Hit that join button if you can, it really does help the channel out. All the links you could ever want are in the description down below, and I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.